Terry Walhood and Linda Hall. So I've got extras if we have to revote.
On what page two?
We will present those to the city attorney.
City attorney?
Or city manager.
I've been in the hot seat enough, I'm past it.
Yes. Votes. Terry Walhood has been selected as volunteer of the year. Did you need that?
Yeah.
Did you need a vote?
Yeah.
All right, so now we have a request to play music on the beach for a wedding reception. This is part of Code of Ordinances 131.023B5 around unnecessary noise, provides the process for this. So this is for Saturday, June 23rd, 2012. You had a chance to look it over?
My question is, how long is this supposed to go? You know, is this for a 2-hour reception or an all-night thing until 10 o'clock? Because I've been to lots of wedding receptions. And I don't remember the end of it.
No, they start at 2 o'clock, but yeah, it
I
doesn't
think
have
that's the
an end.
wedding at 2.
Oh.
And then the reception is afterwards, right?
We'll just make it clear to them with the city noise ordinance.
They have to have a state permit, for the use of the beach for weddings now. It just passed this year, just like you know.
Right, they've obtained a miscellaneous use permit.
Okay.
So,
They have to get it from the state?
Yep.
right.
Any use of the beach has to be through the state now.
Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Yeah, this just pertains to our noise ordinance.
Okay, can we get information on when they're going to end, or?
Well, we can just make clear to them that they gotta end by X time
Right.
of the ordinance, so. They didn't indicate the hours.
Chief, do you have any concerns?
No, but I would just recommend approval with your setting a time for it to end, say 10 o'clock.
Do you have a recommendation on time?
10 o'clock is probably good.
Since this references 8 p.m. as far as construction noise and so forth, can we use that? Since that ordinance against offensive
Pleasure of the council.
Yeah, it's whatever.
We want it to be.
I'm thinking of, you know, the Canadians and the people that live down there. They won't bother me, but I bet you if I lived there.
I think he's having it at his house.
It was on the beach. I mean, that's what I.
Well, it's at the 211 South 6th Avenue.
Living close to my house.
Yeah.
South.
Lay back and enjoy it.
It would be down by where the getaway is.
Let's say they point.
So, okay, so 8 o'clock?
It says right here, 8 o'clock.
Okay, so we're gonna take, it says a motion, so do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept, or approve the request for playing music on the beach for a wedding reception on the 23rd of June from
Robert.
From 1 o'clock? Yeah, from 2 o'clock until 8.
I will second.
They don't need to.
That's the news.
Yeah, they want
They wanna go beyond 8, and
beyond 8
And
PM, and that's the reason for this permit.
And then do it with that.
Okay, all right, so,
So, but still,
all right, so all those in favor? say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, staff reports. City manager.
we do it in reverse order.
Sure. Parks and Rec. We have Lori. You've been waiting.
Lori Decline, Director of Parks and Rec. And council members have this, I think, in your packet, but for the benefit of the audience, just kind of an update. The summer program is just about to start. It's going to start on Thursday, July 5th at 10 a.m. If the planets are all in line. We're going to start with a beach cleanup, as we usually do, and then we are inviting members of the public to come and help us, and we are serving pizza at the park afterwards to not only people who are registered who are planning on registering for the program, but for members of the public as well. And we'll have a time of free play. We will have, in fact, we have schedules and registration forms right now at City Hall. Some other highlights for the summer are we are going to be continuing having Grub Club lunches. We get them through the Bayside Grub Club. On Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, we'll be at the park, and that will be our feeding site. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, we take the lunches with us for our swim trips and our field trips. We are trying to be fiscally, well, we have to be fiscally conscious, and so we're scaling back a little bit on our field trips. We're still going to have one a week, plus our weekly swim trip. Only one is going to be an all-day trip, which is going to be to OMSI on July 26th. We will also be going to Fort Stevens, the Tillamook Forest Center, Nehalem Bay State Park, the Pioneer Museum, the Garibaldi Museum, the Astoria Aquatic Center we usually end up with. That's our kind of last big hurrah. I want to take this moment to thank First Student for their continued support of our program. This year, they are supposed to be charging us $50 an hour. They are only charging us $40 an hour. That's a savings of like almost $650. They're not going to be able to do that forever, but I really, really appreciate they try everything they can to help us out. I'm excited. We're going to be doing a couple of community outreach activities as part of the program this year. As you probably know, the middle school, where I also work, did a day of service in April. And it kind of got me thinking, and it got some other people thinking. And so one of our field trips is actually going to be to the Tillamook Food Bank, where the Bayside Grub Club gets some of their food, which they then feed us. They get stuff in bulk, and they are allowing kids, volunteers age 6 and up, to help to come in to help to repack that stuff. And I think it's a great opportunity for the kids to see, you know, where this, you know, make connections. We're also going to be making some greeting cards to take up to the Nehalem Care Center and some other, I'm looking for other kinds of things. We probably won't be able to do other field trips, but you know, other things that the kids can do that we can then get to other places in the community. The DJ for our street dances is lined up. I'm working on getting musicians for the beach fires, as well as getting people to hopefully donate their talents for Carnival. Speaking of Carnival, I know I ask every year for volunteers. Our needs do keep getting greater. We have people who are not able to help anymore or who have moved away. And it is a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun. And you know, we do use like 100 people in that park over that period of time. And so I just, if you are willing to volunteer, and that's the main place I need volunteers. I don't really need a lot of volunteers as far as for the running of the program itself. Although if you want to volunteer or if you want to chaperone, we will have, what am I trying to say? Background check forms. So you have to be careful these days. But if you are interested in volunteering, particularly for Carnival or for our other fundraising events, please leave a message at City Hall. Are there any questions?
Yes. Were we able to recover any of the equipment that was stolen?
No, I've purchased. I used kind of the tail end of what I had this year to purchase 6 Easy Ups, but I'm just kind of I put out in the little I haven't read the newsletter yet, but I think there's a little plea in there for anybody who wants to donate, because we do still need, and we have had somebody who has donated some craft supplies that help, so I really do appreciate those donations. Every little bit really does help. Any other questions? Yes?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the dates for Carnival in the park.
Carnival in the Park is on Sunday, September, I believe it's the 2nd, yes. It's Labor Day weekend, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Public Works, Mark Becher. I know he told me to go in reverse. So he shake it up.
So I can start talking backwards and see what we can come up with.
So we understand you.
You never understand me. So as far as Public Works goes, I'm sure many of you, or if you haven't, Pacific Street between 1st and 2nd is all tore up, in the process of being worked on at this point in time. Their curb line is in, and hopefully with some decent weather, they'll be able to clean that street up and pave here within the next, well, we're hoping by the middle of next week. If all goes well, it'll be by the end of this week, but that is weather dependent. And so we are working on that. We are also working on the wayside, as we are completely on schedule for the wayside with the design, the 80% design coming in on May 22nd. This is the schedule that we have set up for that. The design comments received back to the engineers will be by early to mid-June, which is where we're at. Those comments are comments on pretty much on the structures, what kind of structures we're looking for, and going to the contractor. So that information is being gathered and being handed back to the engineer with an 95% submittal to the city in late June. The design then design comments in early July, with design completed in mid-July, with the advertised project in late June, bids due in late August, and the contract signed in early September, with the contract beginning in mid-September.